I never thought I'd share this story. Not like this, anyway. But it's been years now, and the memories still wake me up at night, heart pounding, sheets soaked in sweat. I need to get it out. Maybe it'll help someone else recognize the signs before it's too late. This happened to me back in 2018, when I moved into that old Victorian house on the edge of town. It was supposed to be a fresh start. God, how wrong I was. Let me set the scene. I was 28, fresh out of a bad breakup. My ex had taken the apartment, the dog, everything. I needed somewhere cheap, quiet. The house popped up on a rental site, 3 bedrooms, wraparound porch, built in 1890. Rent was a steal because it needed work, peeling wallpaper, creaky floors. But it had character, you know? Tall ceilings, original woodwork. I figured I could fix it up, make it mine. The first night, I unpacked boxes until midnight. The place echoed. Every footstep bounced off the walls. I chalked it up to being empty. No furniture yet, just my mattress on the floor in the master bedroom. I crashed hard, exhausted from the move. But around 3 a.m., I woke up, thirsty. The kind of dry mouth that pulls you from sleep. I stumbled to the kitchen, flipped on the light. The bulb flickered, then steadied. I filled a glass from the tap. The water tasted metallic, like old pipes. As I drank, I heard it. A soft thump. Upstairs, directly above me. I froze. Glass halfway to my lips. Thump, thump, like footsteps. Slow, deliberate. My mind raced. Squirrels? The house was old. Animals could get in. I set the glass down quietly. Listened. Nothing. Then, another thump. Closer this time. I grabbed a flashlight from a box my phone was charging upstairs and crept to the staircase. The wood groaned under my weight. "Hello?" I called out. Stupid, right? But you do that in the moment. No answer. Just the wind outside rattling the shutters. I shone the beam up the stairs. Shadows danced. The hallway at the top was empty. I told myself it was settling. Old houses do that. I went back to bed, but sleep didn't come easy. Every creak sounded like someone shifting weight. The next morning, I laughed it off. Sunlight streamed through the windows, making everything look normal. I spent the day painting the living room, pale blue, to brighten it up. By evening, I was beat. Ordered pizza, watched some TV on my laptop. Around 10 p.m., I heard scratching from the walls. Not like nails on chalkboard, more like fingers dragging lightly. It came from behind the kitchen cabinets. I paused the show. Listened. Scratch. Pause. Scratch. Like someone testing the plaster. I got up, pressed my ear to the wall, cold against my skin. The sound stopped. I knocked gently. Nothing. Probably mice, I muttered to myself. I set some traps that night. Baited them with peanut butter. Went to bed feeling proactive. But the traps stayed empty. Days passed. I settled into a routine. Work at the coffee shop, downtown barista gig to pay the bills. Home by 6. Cook dinner. Unwind. The noises became background. A creak here, a thump there. I even joked about it with my coworker, Sarah. "My house is haunted," I said one afternoon. "Steaming milk for a latte." She laughed. "Ghosts or squatters?" We both chuckled, but her words stuck with me. Squatters? In an old place like that? Nah. Then, things escalated. It was a Tuesday. Rain pounded the roof like fists. I was in the shower, hot water fogging the mirror. I heard the bathroom door creak open. Just a crack. I peeked around the curtain. The door was ajar. Wind. But the window was shut. "Hello?" I called again. Water dripping from my hair. No response. I finished quick, wrapped in a towel, stepped out. The floor was wet not just from me. Footprints. Small puddles leading out the door. Bare feet, smaller than mine. My heart skipped. I followed them down the hall. They faded by the attic door. Locked. I hadn't been up there yet. Landlord said it was storage, full of junk. I rattled the knob. Solid. The footprints stopped cold. I backed away, skin prickling. That night, I barricaded my bedroom door with a chair, slept with the light on, inner voice screaming, "You're not alone." I called the landlord the next day. Mr. Hargrove, gruff guy in his 60 seconds. Attic. Yeah, it's padlocked. Keys around somewhere. Why? I told him about the noises. He snorted. Old house. Ghosts, maybe. Not helpful. I asked if anyone else had access. Just you, kid. Place was empty for months before you. Empty. That word echoed. I started noticing missing things. A can of soup from the pantry. Half my sandwich from lunch. Gone when I came back from the bathroom. At first I thought I was forgetful. Stressed. But then, my keys. Left them on the hook by the door. Gone in the morning. Found them later, under the couch, like they'd been moved. Used? I installed a cheap camera in the living room. Motion activated, pointed at the stairs. That night, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Every shadow looked like a shape. A person. I heard whispering. Faint. Through the vents. Words or wind? I strained. Hungry? No. Couldn't be. I sat up, phone in hand, checked the camera app. Nothing triggered, but the whispering continued. Cold. I bolted downstairs. Camera was off. Battery dead? No. Plugged in. Tampered. The cord was chewed, not like animal teeth clean cuts. Knife? Panic rose. I grabbed my coat, keys. Drove to Sarah's. Crashed on her couch. "You're freaking me out," she said, handing me tea. "Call the cops." I nodded. But what would I say? Noises? Missing food? They'd laugh. Cops came the next day. 2 officers, bored expressions, walked through the house. "No signs of break-in," one said. "Could be animals." I showed them the footprints photo. I'd snapped one on my phone. "Puddles?" The other shrugged. "From the rain." They left a card. "Call if anything concrete." Helpless. That's how I felt. Utterly helpless. I bought locks. Deadbolts for every door, even the attic. But the key from Hargrove didn't fit. "Must be the wrong one," he grumbled over the phone. "I'll swing by." He never did. That weekend, I invited friends over. Safety in numbers. We drank beer, played cards, laughed about the haunted house. But as they left, one by one, the quiet returned. I locked up tight, went to bed. 2 a.m. A crash from the kitchen. Glass breaking. I shot up, grabbed a baseball bat from under the bed, bought it that week, crept downstairs, heart hammering, throat dry. The kitchen window was open. Rain blowing in. A plate shattered on the floor. Footprints again. Muddy. Leading to the basement door. The basement. I hadn't gone down there much. Damp, musty, full of old boxes from previous tenants. The door was ajar. I flicked the light. Bulb. Buzzed. Dim. Steps creaked. "Who's there?" My voice trembled. No answer. I descended. Slowly. Bat raised. The air grew colder. Thicker. Smell of sweat. Unwashed body. At the bottom, shadows. Furnace humming. I swept the bat around. Nothing. Then, a rustle. Behind the boiler. I froze. Breathing. Not mine. Shallow. Raspy. "Get out," I whispered. No movement. I inched closer. Peered around. Eyes staring back. Wide. Wild. A man. Thin. Bearded. Crouched in filthy clothes. He grinned. Teeth yellow. "Home," he hissed. "My home." I swung the bat. Missed. He lunged. Grabbed my arm. Nails digging in. We tumbled. Pain exploded in my shoulder. He was strong. Desperate. "You took it," he growled. "Mine." I kicked, connected with his knee. He yelped. I scrambled up the stairs, slammed the door, pushed a chair against it, called 911. Sirens wailed in the distance. Cops arrived. Searched the basement. Empty. No man, but signs. A nest. Blankets. Food wrappers. My missing soup can. He'd been there. Living in the walls. The vents. Frogging, they called it. Squatting secretly. He'd cut holes, hidden passages, accessed the attic through a crawl space. They never caught him. Prints didn't match any database. Hargrove admitted the house had been vacant longer than he said. Squatters before? He shrugged. I moved out that week. Never looked back. But here's the part that haunts me. Months later, in my new apartment, I heard it again. Scratching in the walls. I checked. Nothing. But sometimes, at night, I swear I hear whispering. Home. Is he still out there? Watching? Waiting for his next home? If you're in an old place, listen closely. Check the vents, the attics. Because sometimes, the real monsters aren't ghosts. They're people, hiding in plain sight, and they might be closer than you think.